What is up, y'all? Um, Woke up this morning, went to Trader Joe's, got a cold brew, and I was planning on working. I got one order and I got kicked off, so I've got all this energy and nothing to do with it, so I figured why not make this video. So this is a stressful topic. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. It was, I believe it was still 2021. This is 2023 now. I think it was the end of 2021, so a little over a year and a couple months. I was very serious about wanting to be a pro drifter. I don't know how serious I am about that now, but I figured every pro race car driver has an enclosed trailer. It's just obvious you need one. I don't know if you actually need one, but if you want to look like a race car driver, you kind of need one. So figured, let me get an enclosed trailer. So they're a lot more expensive here in Arizona. A 28-foot trailer enclosed brand new is like $18,000 to $20,000. So I was doing research, found out you can get them in Georgia for $10,000, which is half the price, which is pretty insane. So I ended up, I just had the cash, and I ended up buying one and wired the money to these people. It took like 3 to 4 weeks to build, so I gave them like a deposit. They build it. I wired them the money, and everything is smooth at this point. Everything with the trailer company went smooth as possible. So this was over a year ago at this point, and I still, to this day, I've never seen this trailer. But we're getting to that. So I'm trying to make sure I go in chronological order here. So then I have this trailer technically in my name. They're storing it. They said if you paid in full, they don't mind storing it, which in my head is kind of sketchy because they've had it for a year. So I'm like, do they, like, me a month ago, I'm like, do they still even have this trailer? Like, have they not sold it to somebody else or some shit and just robbed me? But yeah, I checked in with them and they said no problem. You just give them your name and they'll give you the trailer. So I figured, for the longest time I didn't ship it over because I was just distracted with every other thing, and I needed at least like $2,000 cash in order to get it shipped here, which I never really had at any point between there, that I didn't want to spend on something else. So it was never just a priority for me, really. And so finally, like a month ago, it was actually after I did the $2,000 DoorDash video, I just have like cash sitting in my account and nothing I really like feel like I need or want at that moment. So I was like, why not ship this thing over? Even if I don't want to keep it, I can sell it for like almost twice as much as I paid for it. And if I do want to keep it, I can just store it here and use it forever for whatever I want to use it for, drift events, hauling cars, whatever. So I go on Uship. It's kind of like eBay of shipping large things, I guess. Like you basically make an auction and you just list what you're trying to get shipped or whatever, and people will bid on it. And so I actually ended up doing it like 2 times before I actually ended up doing it because I didn't have the money or whatever. Like the first time, I don't think I understood you had to have it like cash. You can't pay credit or whatever. So I did it twice. The lowest offer I got was like $1,800, and which is a lot of money, but it makes sense, especially financially. Like if I rented a truck and flew to Georgia, rented a truck and drove it back, it would cost me, I don't know, I can't remember the exact math, but it's like at least $1,000 in gas because you have a giant truck and a giant trailer. You're probably getting like 8 miles per gallon, and then a truck to rent is always insane pricing because they're charging you like per mile, and even if you don't through like Penske, it's still like $1,000 for like the week or whatever. And that's $2,000 right there. So I'm getting quoted that much for somebody else to do it. And that's not mentioning I could be, working that entire week. Not to mention the stress of driving across the country, flying to Atlanta or Georgia, doing all this stuff. But I could be making money all that week. So that's like $1,000, assuming I have a decent week working or whatever. $1,000 that I'm not making that week. So that's $3,000 where I can just pay $2,000 and be less stressed. That was the idea, is to be less stressed. We're getting to that part. So so this time I actually have the money. I'm doing it this third time, so I'm actually like looking for a somebody that can do it. Obviously I want somebody with a good rating so that I don't get fucked over. I don't want some random person just shipping my $10,000 trailer over here. So I get like an offer for $1,800, which is already a good deal, especially considering that was like equal price to what I got a year ago, and diesel costs like $1 more now. So definitely a good deal already. And then this other guy, he posts he can do it for $1,500, which is a stupid price. I mean that's just a ridiculous price. I mean, it would cost me more personally to do that, and that's not considering like the man time. But he said so long as he could take his Mustang to a different customer to drop it off, which makes sense because that way he's doing basically two things at once. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll save $300. It's just more efficient for everybody involved. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I should probably pull my phone out for this part so I'm historically accurate. So basically, still no work available. Okay. So kind of lost my train of thought. So I booked this dude. He had good ratings too, which is because I was getting even lower prices, but from like somebody with 0 ratings, which could just be fucking anybody. They could just steal the trailer and run off. So I booked this dude. He texts me, yada yada, just need your name to pick it up. And I texted the trailer place. I was like, what do I need in order for him to be able to pick this up? And he's like, just give him your name when they go to pick it up. So I don't think he ever texted me, but I give him my name, all the stuff he needs to pick up the trailer. And a day goes by. So I'm just assuming, like, I'm like, this shit's just going to be here in 3 days. It's going to be stressful dealing with it once it's here because I don't have a place to store it personally, so I have to go store it at a storage place, rent the truck, bring it there, all this stuff. So that's already a little bit stressful. Let me pull up the text. So this guy messages me like a day later and says, it's like a book, an essay, bro. Literally an essay. Let me find it. Okay. So this guy texts me, give me a call when you get the chance. And if you're a human being, you understand that that's not a good text message to be getting. Apparently this guy's trying to call me. I keep my phone on personal all the time, which means like calls and texts don't come through unless you're a contact of mine, because I already don't enjoy being on the phone very much. And the last thing I want to do is be on the phone with somebody trying to sell me something or whatever the hell. So this guy says, sorry buddy, I was in the store getting gas, so we had a little mishap coming out of Virginia. Already I'm like, oh fuck, that's not good. Was snowing, my wife hit a slick spot coming down the mountain and it caused us to slide. Guardrail got into the corner of the trailer. As soon as I can step back out of the truck, I'm going to give you a call back. Got both my wife and my child crying in my ear. She done had a nervous breakdown. I took a couple pictures. I'll send them to you. There's a rest stop coming up. I'll pull over and give you a call. Already that's horrible because this guy has my brand new trailer. One, they're driving it through the snow, which wasn't a fucking thing in my head because I've lived in Arizona my whole life, so that's not even like something that I'm thinking about, honestly. The fact that it's probably snowing in fucking like half the country right now, because it's like the middle, not even, it was like early January, which is like peak winter time. Not a thought in my head. A little bit stupid. If I were to do it again, I'd probably wait until summertime. So immediately this guy's trying to get like the most empathetic response from me possible, talking about how his wife and child is crying. And I'm not a psychopath. I feel bad. Accidents happen. It's whatever. So I call this guy. He's like, I'll make it right. I'm like, it's not a big deal. I'm easy to get along with as long as you don't fuck me over. Like, it's not a big deal as long as you make it right. We can deal with it here. We can deal with insurance. And then this guy is talking about sending me pictures of all kind of stuff. Like, this is what it's going to be to repair it. Sending me, like, aluminum sheets of cargo trailer repair. Like, bro, I paid for a brand new trailer. I'm not trying to have a fucking DIY repaired salvage trailer. So I say, can I just grab your insurance info? I mean, I can read this, but it's going to take a while. It says we can take pictures when we get there, commercial insurance, yada, yada. Basically, he's just saying everything. I'll pay for the other half out of pocket, yada, 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 all this stuff. So, turns out, okay, this is where it gets crazy, bro. This is genuinely crazy. Like, I still can't believe that this happened, and I definitely don't think he's lying. It seems genuine. This is insane how worst case of a scenario this can be. My arm's getting a little tired from holding this shit. Okay. So all that happens, I'm like, whatever, it's chill, bro. Accidents happen. We'll just take care of it with insurance. They'll get it repaired. It's not a big deal. This isn't, like, a big deal in my life right now. Like, this is just a side quest. You know what I mean? Now, I get a text 2 days later. This guy says, bro, at about 9 o'clock Monday morning, my wife was involved in a hit and run coming through Nashville, Tennessee with a tractor trailer. Just straight away. Okay. Do you personally know anybody that has ever been in 2 accidents within 72 hours? 2 serious accidents, not like fender benders. That shit doesn't happen, bro. Like, there are accidents, and then there's being an idiot and making poor decisions. Also, the first time on the phone, he told me he hadn't slept in like 2 days, and that's why his wife was driving. Like, hey, accidents happen because you make stupid decisions. It's like, it's like not paying your rent for like 8 months and then being like, why'd they kick me out of my apartment? You know what I mean? All right. Wife was very lucky because he almost ran over top of her, pushing her over 2 lanes and eventually over the white line. There was a work zone. This is like Moby Dick level storytelling. It's such a long text. Signed right on the line that he pushed her into. By this time, he must have woke up or realized what was going on because he floored it and got up out of there. Me and my son was in the truck ahead of her. Also, I don't know what the situation is here. So it's like their entire family. And they have 2 trucks, one with the truck and trailer. I don't know what the hell is going on here. And I seen him blow by me doing about 95 and a 70. But I didn't know what was going on at this point, or I could have maybe chased him down. She called me screaming and crying. I looked back and she was pulling off the side of the road. Long story short, police was called. 2 showed up, took statements, and did incident reports while the other officers went out and tried to track the trucker down. That's why I don't think this guy's lying at all, because it is like very detailed like shit here. They had to shut the 2 lanes down after I got the tire changed, just so we could get back out on the road safely because traffic was flying that morning, rush hour traffic, and everybody's doing at least 90 bumper to bumper. They escorted us to the first exit we could pull off, and once we found a parking lot big enough for us to get into, we pulled over, and the wife called the insurance company because we found out a couple days ago you have to always have an incident report or they will not accept your claim at Progressive. It just keeps going. I'm not even, like, I can't even see the bottom of the message here. It damaged the driver's side nose on her truck, knocked the mirror off, cracked the windshield. I mean, this guy just goes and goes. I mean, I'm not sure how much of this really matters. All this stuff, yada, yada, yada. How things are going to be handled. So bottom line, this guy crashes the trailer twice. Now, you're going across the country, shit happens. One accident, okay, whatever. Shit happens. I understand, we're all human. We'll get it fixed. 2 accidents within 2 days, whether it's a hit or run, bro. Like, I see stupid shit on the road all the time, and I am actively avoid. If somebody's floating into my lane, I'm making myself more room. Clearly mismanagement of whatever is happening here. At some point you start to lose my empathy. So I asked this guy, is there somebody I can call for the insurance? This guy still hasn't given me the insurance information. He was like, I'll give it to you when I get there, which is sketchy. I just need like the policy number and your name and the insurance company name. That's it. Is the trailer even worth repairing at this point? This is me. No way it isn't totaled. You crash your car twice within 72 hours. This shit's probably totaled unless it's like a fender bender. Now this guy starts getting sassy with me. What do you mean call for insurance, Brody? Like, what? Don't call me Brody, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who are you needing to call? I don't think it's totaled. Of course he doesn't think it's totaled. Just a bunch of bullshit. So now I'm pissed off at this point, honestly. So I'm like, yeah, at this point it would be best for me to get cash or check. I don't fucking want the trailer at this point. It was already going to be a hassle for me to deal with it. And he hasn't sent me I've only gotten pictures, and they're shitty pictures, I'm sure, because he doesn't want me to see how bad it is. I don't want some salvage ass trailer, bro. Even repaired, it's not worth the same as an actual new trailer. So I asked this guy, I'm like, either you can pay me out of pocket because he said he would make it right, or if you provide me with the insurance information, I can talk to them. I just need your full name, your insurance provider's name, and their phone number, and your policy number and expiration date. He sends me a bunch more bullshit. I'm honestly not reading this shit at this point because, bro, like, I don't need to hear your whole Moby Dick sob story, whatever the fuck. I just need the insurance information. That's all I need, bro. Like, if I get in a car crash with somebody on the road, I don't need to know like what you had for breakfast this morning. I just need your insurance information, bro. Like, we're not friends. I just need your insurance information. He tells me, did I not just tell you I'll get you the claim number in the morning when she calls them back? I say, I just need your policy number and your full name. I don't know why you feel the need to not share it. At this point, dude's just acting sketchy. Like, bro, I'm just asking for the insurance information. So at this point, I had written shit down in Notepad, like, that would have made the situation a lot worse. Like that, I was talking to my girlfriend. She's like, "Don't send that." So I didn't send that. The guy's like, she might have already wrote it down in her purse, and the baby's asleep. So when it wakes up, I'll ask. It's been a long ass 2 days. I understand that you're the one that made this into a long ass 2 days. I've had nothing to do with this. We made the claim. All you need is the claim number. So I say, at this point, I'm over it. Like, bro, you're not being helpful. I say, you crashed my trailer 2 times in 48 hours and can't give me your full name. Because not even on the use shit page. And I'm asking this guy, like, I just need your policy number, right? Policy number, insurance provider name, which is Progressive, and your full name. And he's like, the claim number is written down. So yet, like, bro, what? Like, are you not reading this, or like, what the hell is wrong with you? It says, LOL, nah, bro, nah, it's not a problem at all. I just don't know it at the top of my head, and wifey, yada yada yada. Whole, bro. I'll put videos of how long this shit is. It's so long. Like, each message that he sends is like a Moby Dick story. And I'm over this shit. Like, I literally just need these 3 things, and he's sending me these stupid messages talking about whatever. Literally, I can still feel the rage tingling inside me, so I'm over it. I'm just gonna ridicule this guy at this point because he's being a fucking idiot. And clearly me trying to be nice and cordial about it is not doing it anything. So I say, "Aight, bruh, do your thing and try not to crash it a third time." Laughing emoji. He says, "I don't think shit's funny one bit." And I just wasn't going to message him anymore because I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. And that's probably the nicest way I can put it. He says, "I don't think shit's funny one bit." I don't think this shit's funny either, but there's nothing I can do to help at this point. So I think the most helpful thing at that point I can do is just make fun of you and pray to God you don't make any more mistakes. He says, "I'm stressed over this shit." I'm stressed too, bro. But you're stressed because of your stupid decision making. And I'm stressed also because of your stupid decision making. He sends me the claim number. Once again, I asked him 3 times at this point. I don't need the claim number. I need your policy number, your insurance provider name, and your full name. That's it. That's all I need. He's sending me all these stupid messages about all this random shit that isn't relevant. Don't care. I just need those 3 things. That's it. So I'm pissed at this point. I messaged him. He just sent me another message with, like, talking about claim numbers through the commercial account. She just got off the phone with a heavy equipment manager. Like, that's not relevant at all. Don't care. I say, "Fill in the blanks for me, buddy. Work with me here. It's like my 3rd time asking. I don't know how I can make this clearer for you. I don't need any novels. Just fill in the blanks. Full name, insurance provider name, policy number. That's all I need from you. Not a claim number, parentheses, all caps, not a claim number. In case you missed it, not a claim number." He finally sends me a fucking message just filling in the blanks. Thank fucking God. There's like 6 different novels, Moby Dick length, in this freaking text message convo that could have been solved by, "I fucked up, I crashed your trailer, here's my insurance information." That's all I needed. So I called the insurance. Shit just keeps getting crazier. Mind you, I'm stressed the fuck out at this point already by this entire situation. Like, this guy's in some random ass state with my trailer. This shit should have been delivered 3 days ago. He's managed to crash it twice in 72 hours. I don't even know how that's possible, like, without serious negligence. Like, shit happens, bro. Like, accidents happen. You don't crash twice in 72 hours without some sort of negligence there. So he sends me that. I call Progressive, and I'm talking to them, and they say he has commercial insurance, but it will not cover the trailer. So I'm like, I'm seriously fucked. Like, this guy does not even have insurance. And so I'm like, this is just horrible. So I go through UShip. I call them. Luckily, this lady was super nice. So she's like, we'll open up a convo between you guys on email, which is basically me just like snitching on this dude. I'm just praying to God somehow this is not a total fuck situation. Because at this point, dude's crashed the trailer twice. I don't even know if he's going to deliver it because I don't even know where this dude is at. There's not a whole lot that I have control of in this situation at this point. So I call UShip. We open up the email thing. I'm on the phone with this lady. I'm just like, genuinely, I tell her this, what do you think the chances are that this situation gets made right? She's like, usually they'll just compensate you. If not, you'll have to, take it to court or whatever. Which, obviously, I don't know how to fucking do that, bro. And I don't want to pay for a lawyer. That's a whole nother thing. So, we're almost to the point where we're at right now. So, I'm talking to this guy. And, so she sends us the email trying to, catch up to date. And I can pull that up. Let me see. Okay. So she's like, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to each of you because we recently learned that the title, yada yada, shipment got messed up. How did these damages occur? Do you have photos and documentation? Do you have an insurance policy? Asking the other guy. Or are you open to discussing an out-of-pocket resolution? So once again, this guy's sending a Moby Dick. He's complaining how I'm not answering his calls, which is fair, but like I said, I just don't enjoy being on the phone, which is honestly maybe a little selfish, but Obviously, at this point, I'm not really trying to talk to this dude. I think he's an idiot, and I mean, objectively, he's an idiot. I mean, I don't know anybody that's crashed twice in 72 hours. That's pretty tough to do. Then he was talking about me paying him $20,000. I didn't mention that because trailers sell for $20,000 in Arizona, but the purchase order is $10,000, which is fair, I suppose. I mean, I was mostly talking about insurance. If it's insurance, I'm gonna try and get more out of them because it's insurance. That's kind of what they do. And I just reply at this point. Notice how all of his messages are like 6 pages long, just trying to just never to the point. So I just messaged back one sentence. At this point, I would be more than happy with $10,000 and to be free from this situation. This guy is just such an idiot. I hate it so much. That's one of 2 routes I was going to suggest we do. He's not the idiot in this situation. Didn't even spell routes right. He spelled it Routs. Been trying to call you since Friday. Wrong sense. He spelled it Sense. Okay, so at this point, he's talking about he'd rather take possession of the trailer and just pay me for it, which is ideal for me at this point. I just want to be free from this situation completely. The insurance company denied the claim, which, to be fair, because they do have commercial insurance, but it wouldn't cover the trailer. And he was just saying how that doesn't make sense. And honestly, I agree with that. I don't know how you're paying. He says he pays $4,000 a month, which I don't know if that's true. But if he's paying that much a month, I don't know why it wouldn't cover the trailer. Because I was on the phone with the insurance company, and they're like, it would only cover their truck, which is like, why would you have commercial insurance over just regular car insurance? Doesn't make any sense. It seems like Progressive is the one that doesn't make any sense in that specific point. Says he apologized for all that's happened. Of course, he wants to apologize in front of the UShip agent. Yada yada yada. Another Moby Dick. But he's finally talking about how he can take money out of his Robinhood to pay me. So I'm like, thank God. So we're getting close to where we're currently at right now. If you can't tell by my size, this is a rather stressful situation. Luckily, ultimately, at the end of the day, it is just a trailer. Everybody in my family, friends, girlfriend is healthy. And nobody got injured in the accidents as far as I can tell, so that's good. Obviously, we wouldn't want that. So he's talking about sending a check. Once again, I just send one sentence message because that's all it really is necessary to get the point across. Something that this guy is unaware of. So I say a check works for me. I have attached a screenshot of the trailer purchase order. I assume I could have the shipping costs refunded through UShip. This guy's messaging me, yes, I believe they will refund it back. Not in on weekends, yada yada. This guy is trying to be like buddy with me. He says, figured that's why they contacted me and put us all in the chat together. If you decide to get another trailer, go with a 32-foot, 3-axle one. It's only a few $1,000s more. Would be better. Which is actually a good idea, but I don't bro. Until this guy pays me the money, I don't give a fuck about anything that you say, if I'm being honest. We're not friends. I just need you to pay me the money that you owe me because somehow you managed to crash my trailer twice in 72 hours within just crossing a couple states. So finally, UShip messaged us today at 7:12. Says thank you for all your responses, yada yada. UShip says they will refund me for the shipment, which is like $300 less than what I paid, which is, I guess they're still taking their fee out of this despite the fact that nothing was actually shipped. But to get 80% of it back is fine by me. to get out of this situation, then I finally say, yes, I agree, thank you. So now we're just waiting to see if this guy actually pays me. I really hope so. There's not much that I'm in control of at this point. I just got to cross my fingers and hope it all turns out. I'll be glad to just be out of the situation. It's definitely not ideal because I could have sold it for probably $5,000 more had it actually been shipped here, because it's worth way more in Arizona. But I'd much rather have $12,000 and not this thing looming above my head. So we're going to hope for the best. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say. But yeah, the peak of this, that was like the most stressful day in my life that I've had in a long time, because I'm just coming off a cold. I haven't worked in like a week. Actually, I feel like it was the fucking flu, because I had like chills and shit. So I'm coming off the flu. Haven't worked in like a week. I'm working for like the first time. I'm still like a tiny bit sick. Or not really sick. I don't really have like symptoms, but like my nose is all clogged up. It's like hard for me to breathe. And then it was either like this day or the day before, the painter guy says like it'll be like another week, and I'm like, my entire life is falling apart. Probably me just being dramatic, but especially because it's not really anything like genuinely serious, like the loved one was sick or some shit, but it's just inanimate objects. But definitely stressful, because at the time it felt like, well, I mean, still it's a possibility at this point. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, which is why I kind of wanted to wait to make this video, but figured it's a perfect time right now. Well, I'm in the midst of it, but yeah, fingers crossed. And then I'll have $12,000 hopefully, that I can do whatever the hell I want with that. And yeah, that's all I can really think of. So yeah, if you're going through a shitty situation right now, it'll get better, hopefully. It's a good thing about being at rock bottom-ish is the only place for it to go is up. So yeah, fingers are crossed. I feel good about the situation. The guy seems genuine. I think he's just kind of an idiot, honestly. He does seem somewhat honest, but it's also easy to say you're honest on the phone, and before you actually need to send, $10,000 over. So that'd be the true test of whether this guy's an honest person or not. But yeah, scary situation. Hopefully it turns out all right. Thanks for watching. That's just my little update. Should have more fun stuff coming up soon. It's just a lot of waiting right now. We're waiting for the paint guy to be ready, and situation with the Civic, because not sure if we're going to keep the Civic or not, so I don't want to go modding it. That would be stupid, obviously. So basically just waiting on $1.5 million things, waiting to see if this guy will pay me. I did just order a 14mm G Master lens, which is very exciting because I've never had a lens that is of this quality, so it should look amazing. And it's also twice as wide as this lens, so it should look way better. It's way sharper. So it's very exciting. It is a very expensive lens. I was really nervous just to place the order, but it's on the way and it's Amazon. So this guy's reading a book and walking. Shout out to that guy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my weekly update. Old guy's looking at me. So yeah, catch you guys later. If you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know. I had fun making it. Catch you guys next time.